Hello everyone, welcome to this exciting lesson on proper adjectives. If you have ever wondered what makes Italian cuisine different from just food, or why we say as Victorian architecture instead of just saying old buildings, then you're in the right place. Today, we will break down what proper adjectives are, how to use them correctly, and what are the common mistakes that you need to avoid. We are going to dive deeper into these things with engaging examples and clear explanation. So stay tuned with me. Now, when we are talking about proper adjectives, what are they? Actually, they are a category of adjectives created by using a proper noun. But before we get into that, let's quickly review what a proper noun is. I hope you all remember, right? So, when we are telling like they walked to the lake, so here the lake refers to a common noun. But if you're saying they walked to the edge of Lake Ontario, here we are referring to which noun, which lake exactly it is. So this one is a proper noun. Remember, proper nouns are just opposite of the common nouns because they refer to a specific or a unique things which they often use names and that needs to be capitalized. You know that, right? So always the first letter of the proper noun should be capitalized. The same way when we are talking about the proper adjectives also, the first letter of the word should be capitalized in the same way like how we do it in proper nouns. So how we are going to turn proper nouns into proper adjective? Simple, it's just by capitalization, like how we are doing it for noun. Say, for example, if you are saying, we went to the Italian countryside for our honeymoon. She wore her Grecian gown to dinner. Can you notice the difference? Here, the proper adjectives retain the uniqueness of the noun they come from and they must be capitalized. Okay, so here are some of the types of proper adjectives. So they are not just based on places, they can also describe origins, time periods, languages, religions, literature, and science. So let's explore the different types with real examples. Okay, the first one is geographical. So these are adjectives that describes the origin based on location. If you are saying European, Middle Eastern, African, so all these are referring to their origin based on the location, right? And the next one is time period. If you are talking about like, describing a historical or artistic era, then we can say like it's romantic, medieval, Victorian. So here it refers to the time period. And we also use it for linguistic purposes. So if you want to refer to languages or dialects, then you can use Cantonese, Japanese, Farsi for the linguistic preferences. And for religious, yes, if you want to refer it for religious related, so this describes the religious groups or beliefs. So if you're saying like Jewish, Buddhist, Sikh, or Catholic, we do use capitalization for the first letter of the word. And for literary, so what type of the literary event or the literary moment is for literature, philosophies, and scientific theories. Example, modern, Shakespearean. And for scientific terms also, like, if you're referring to it's like a biological thing or Darwinian or Cartesian. So these are some of the examples and these are the types of proper adjectives. So now we understand the types, right? Let's see how proper adjectives are formed. So here are some examples. Now you can check out this chart to see how these proper nouns became proper adjectives. If we are saying for the places or regions or countries or states or cities which refer to the first column, West Indies, so it became as West Indian. Example, West Indian cuisine is full of many flavors. And Yucatan, so Yucatecan relationship with time is very fluid. Toronto, Torontonian, she has a very Torontonian approach to work. Africa. So here we are telling African elephants are hunted for their tusk. Belize, Belizean, the landscape was tropical and lush. So here is another chart showing proper adjectives based on names of the persons or people, right? So if you're saying Orwell is a noun, Orwellian. Many people feel we live in an Orwellian reality. Marxist. Her approach to politics was a bit Marxist. Confucius, Confession. They met because they both were confession scholars. Simple, right? We may also have proper adjectives which are hyphenated. The prefix which is attached to the proper adjective should not be capitalized unless it is a part of the proper adjective. Say, for example, if we are saying Afro Caribbean, so this one, the prefix right before the hyphenated one, this can be capitalized because it's a part of a proper adjective. She was proud of her Afro Caribbean identity. But here, if you're saying as anti capitalist, so here the proper adjective is only capitalist, right? That's why we are just, capitalizing the first letter of the capitalist, but anti is just a prefix. Their organization was deeply anti capitalist. Pre Christian, in the same way, the people of pre Christian Ireland were connected to spirit. And pan European, so here again, it's not a proper adjective. The before the hyphenated words are not proper adjective. That's why we are not capitalizing the first letter of the prefix. The creation of the EU established a pan European identity and Austro Hungarian. So here, the entire word, right, Austro Hungarian, is a proper adjective. That's why the first letter of the first word we have capitalized. The embroidered dress was of Austro Hungarian origin. Easy, right? So now it's time for us to practice. You can pause the video, take your pen and paper, go through the sentences and try to match the adjectives with the correct sentences. So here are the adjectives given. Proper adjectives: Mexican, Japanese, romantic, Cartesian. The dash mindset cultivated by Rene Descartes has influenced the Western medicine immensely. She worked with a lot of dash speakers and was slowly learning the language herself. The dash muralist Diego Rivera was famous for being married to Frida Kahlo. The dash conceptualists are more interested in emotion than intellect. I hope you have done with the answers. It's pretty simple, right? So let's check your answers. The Cartesian mindset cultivated by Rene Descartes has influenced Western medicine immensely. She worked with a lot of Japanese speakers and was slowly learning the language herself. The Mexican muralist Diego Rivera was famous for being married to Frida Kahlo. The romantic conceptualists are more interested in emotion than intellects. Did you get them all correct? So keep practicing and you will master proper adjectives in no time. Here are the recaps that we have done so far. So proper adjectives are a category of adjective that is based on a proper noun. Because proper nouns are capitalized, we must also capitalize proper adjectives. And some types of proper adjectives are country names, time period, literary periods. And that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the session. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more English tips. See you in the next video. Bye.